What's up, guys? I'm Mike D'Antonio, founder and CEO of StockedUp, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We have an awesome episode for you guys today. We're going to be talking about Tesla and pretty much what Elon Musk said today. We're going to be talking about how the chip makers exploded today, like AMD. We're going to be talking about some real estate things, some momentum plays, a nice swing trade, and even a $1 million option that we like that expires in a couple weeks. And then, as always, we'll be answering your guys' questions at the end of this video. If you guys are new to the show or aren't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, and you guys will see our daily stock market analysis / watch list videos every day on your homepage. So that being said, Tom, if you want to lead us into Tesla.
Yeah, so today at 3:30 p.m., Elon Musk sent out a tweet and said, Tesla is restarting production today against Alameda County rules. I will be on the line with everybody else. If anyone is arrested, I ask that it only be me. So Elon Musk pretty much said that he's opening up his factory, and if they want to go ahead and arrest him, come on down there and arrest him. He doesn't care. Just don't arrest his workers, obviously. He'd probably feel pretty terrible about that. But you know, he's pretty much saying that he will risk getting arrested to open up his factory, which may be bullish for Tesla. It looks pretty good right now on the chart for momentum play tomorrow if it breaks above like 830 levels, but they will probably be pretty expensive options, keep in mind. So, you know, keep in mind, you know, with day trading it. But other than that, it's very good news, I think, for Tesla, because they will be opening up their factory. And there has been kind of a precedent down in Texas with the situation with the salon owner down there.
Yeah, so pretty much, guys, if you guys haven't been up to date with Tesla, Elon Musk who's the CEO of Tesla, wanted to reopen his factory. His county wouldn't let him. And now he's pretty much saying, all right, well, we are reopening this no matter what, even if I have to get arrested. And like Tom said, I think Elon's really going to use the hair salon owner, who's based out of Dallas, Texas, kind of to his side. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, pretty much there was a salon owner who got arrested for 7 days and had to go through a bunch of fines and stuff because she opened her salon. But pretty much it ended up working out in her favor, and she got a lot of reimbursements and all that. So Elon Musk is trying to do the same thing. We'll see what happens. But Tesla was pretty flat today overall. Gap down, but ran up. So flat on the day. And Tom, if you want to talk about AMD.
Yeah, AMD was a very nice day trade today. They did pop right above the 1,000 SMA on a 15-minute chart, and the 100 SMA is about to cross the 1,000 SMA, which to some people could be a pretty bullish cross, if you want to say that, and which could make for another momentum play upwards tomorrow, maybe up to 58 if we do see a nice run. Today we did see a nice run from 53 up to 56. And you could have day traded this multiple times. It pretty much ran up all day long, and I called it out in the Discord around, I think like 9:30 a.m. or 9 a.m., which would have been a very good time to buy it, which would have been right around 54, and you could have traded all the way up to about 56 at the end of the day.
Yeah, AMD had an amazing day today, guys. Tons of momentum. It's a great stock to watch for a continuation. So as long as it breaks that high that it had today, if it breaks that tomorrow, awesome continuation play, very, very bullish. So
yeah, on a daily, it looks really good as well.
Yeah, exactly. Closing near the highs, a lot of momentum, good volume, awesome setup. Just got to wait for that break for the high. And then, guys, some more news is the biggest U.S. mall owner plans to open 50% of its centers this week. And that ticker symbol is SPG, Simon Property Group. They pay a pretty good dividend. They haven't recovered too much from the initial drop because of the virus, and they are down, what is that, 5% today, Tom?
Yeah, 5% exactly.
Yeah, pretty much their profits are down about 20%, and that is why they're down today. They do have earnings today, Tom, or is it?
It was earnings just a few minutes ago as market closed, and it does look like they ended up having pretty good earnings. They just about beat their estimate. They ended up losing by about 20 cents, but you could see in after hours here, they are up pretty nice, have some nice green candles. Yeah. That doesn't always mean that they're going to go up tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. But
right,
because it looks like they might bounce off the 100 SMA again. But other than that, it could always go down. So don't take these green candles as a for sure buy in tomorrow, guys. Make sure that it breaks the highs of like, let's just say 58.
Yeah,
because that was the
especially in
pre-market
this
high.
market, right? So now for the momentum plays for tomorrow. So guys, I'm gonna list out a list of stocks pretty much. If they break their high or low, so their highs or low of today, if they break that tomorrow, then expect them to continue in the same direction. So for example, the first stock is Dollar General, which is DG. The high today was about 185. So if it breaks 185 tomorrow, look for a bullish continuation play, meaning it's going to keep going up, right? That's just a play. There's no guarantees or anything like that. But the momentum plays for tomorrow are DG, EXEL, ABBV, AGIO, ARCT, AMD, and AMGN. So all of these stocks have a ton of momentum. Pretty much just wait for them to break their highs. If they even break their highs, and if they do, watch them to continue. You know, it's a pretty simple strategy. I know a lot of you guys do very well with this who watch the video. So keep those stocks on your radar for tomorrow. And then me and Tom have been looking at a stock called a BMY. Both Tom and I are pretty bullish on this stock right now for a swing trade. We think it has a lot of a lot of potential to continue upwards. You know, we just see a lot of potential in it. We're not, nothing's guaranteed, but we think it's a pretty solid play.
Yeah, it's bouncing right off the 100 SMA here. The technicals on it look very good, and they have recovered very well since this virus occurred. And they are nearing this high again, right around 63, right about. And they're at 62, 66 right now. So we could see that come up to that high tomorrow if they have a nice day. You could see their green candle today stretch from 60.80 all the way up to 62.80 just about. So, that's pretty much a 2-point gap up. And if they gap up 2 points tomorrow, that could be a very nice play. And you could even swing trade it, like Mike said, for about, you could go 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even a month out on these options. And you might even see a continuation play up to the highs of 68.
Yeah, and then on top of the technical, good things about BMY, they also have some fundamental news. Pretty much they are trying to treat cancer, and they have some positive news about this. And don't think scammering or anything like that. Like I believe this is a Dow stock, or no, it's not a Dow stock, but they're a very well respected stock. They've been around for a while, so keep that in mind. And then for the unusual options activity for today, we have VTIQ. It's the 25 strike calls that expire on June 19th, right? There's $1.18 million put into these. Both Tom and I strongly believe whoever traded these options are selling these options, meaning they want these options to go to zero. So do not buy these 25 strike calls that expire on June 19th. If anything, what you want to do is to short them, or even short a call credit spreads. Like you short the 25 calls and buy the 26 calls, and you'd profit from time. You can also follow this by buying puts, but it won't follow the trade exactly. So keep that in mind. VTIQ 25 strike calls that expire on June 19th with $1.18 million put into them today alone. So now for the frequently asked questions. So for yesterday's podcast, we have Dino saying, have you guys heard about news about the historic reverse split taking place in the market on May 20th? Have you heard about this, Tom?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I haven't.
What ticker is he talking about?
He didn't list a ticker. I would think ACB, because Ralph said that AC. Yeah, it looks like ACB.
Yeah, there we go. Reverse split right there on 5/11, which was today, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. He said May 20th, so I don't know. Neither of us have heard about this reverse split. If you could if you could comment what ticker it is on this episode of the podcast, and we'll talk about it in next episode.
Wow, that's really crazy though, man. ACB, these cannabis stocks are now reverse splitting as well. I can't believe that. I used to be holding ACB long term. I got in at about $4, and I honestly sold off at this first red candle here like 328 and took like a pretty bad loss on it. But I couldn't imagine if anyone was holding all the way down to this reverse split.
Well, good thing you sold off.
Yeah, definitely. Always a smart play. I was trying to play some momentum right here upwards, playing this resistance level, getting into a nice cannabis play long term. It wasn't the biggest play in the world, keep in mind, because it's a pretty risky thing to do. But just keep in mind, always have that risk management. That's what you
Yeah,
need.
for sure. Good lesson. Romeo said this time if Tesla drops, I'm not panic selling. Good. We might see Tesla shoot up tomorrow. So good, good. Ronnie said, loving it yet again, guys. Can't wait to see these premium selling in the premium selling tab. Definitely keep us posted on the success rate and these calls being sold for sure. Joe said, thank you guys. Have you ever had a short call go against you? And if so, how did you manage it? Also, the same question, but for a short put. Let's hope inflation beats deflation. So, yes, I have definitely. I've done a lot of call and put credit spreads. I've definitely had quite a few go against me, and all of them, or at least a strong majority of them, have been out of the money. So I might be down, 80%, right, on a call, right? But it's out of the money, and if there's 2 days or 3 days left of time with it, then all I have to do is wait that time, and then, most of the time the option decays, right? So to answer your question, most of the time, I just wait it out because when they're out of the money, all out of the money options go to zero, by expiration. So a lot of it's just waiting it out. But in the event where it's in the money, normally what I do is I would close out of the call, and then I would short a call that is like further out of the money. So that was just my style of doing it. I just stick to that. It works pretty well for me. But like, let's say you have like a naked short put and the stock goes against you, based off my strategy, that should be fine. So, like, for example, like Tom, can you go to like I don't know, like maybe like a JP Morgan chart?
Yeah, definitely.
So if you go to JP Morgan and let's say, so JP Morgan's at $90 right now. If you sell like an $85 put that expires this week, and let's say JP Morgan finishes the week at like 84 and you lost on the JP Morgan put, which was a short put, you should just be fine with holding that for the long term. So I only sell short puts on stocks I'm okay with holding for the long term.
Yeah, definitely. I actually did that last week on Boeing, and I sold a put, the 126 put on about Thursday, and then on Friday the stock just shot, pretty much stayed the same about 140, never came back down to 126, and I pretty much made the easiest $100 I ever made in my life, because if I would have got Boeing right there at 130, I would have been obviously very happy to hold that over the
Right.
next five years. So.
Exactly. So it's a total win-win. So now we have Max saying, excellent analysis, guys. Let's roll. Gotta break the bank this week. I like the TWLO and the W trade the most. The MELI is set up nicely. All of them way above the moving averages. The puts are also cheap. Should be interesting. Yep. So MELI, that's a good setup. Can you go to W, Tom?
Yeah.
W, another good setup. And then TWLO, another good setup. So they're all great setups to sell calls on. Your best bet with these is to sell out of the money calls on these guys. If you want to buy puts, you can. It's a little bit more risky though.
Yeah, keep in mind that they were great momentum plays, but once you see gap ups like this, definitely watch for a top soon.
Especially with a 3-day run with candles that big, like these are huge candles. Like just last week, the stock was at like 108, right? Now it's at what, 190? Yeah. So that's crazy. Iwu said, can you go over how to day trade? You day trade when the market opens, when a stock is most volatile, which something can go south really fast. Nothing against you because sometimes it goes up. Nothing against you, though, sometimes because it goes up to 20% really quickly. I just don't know when to take profits. That's all. So with the day trades, I like to take quick profits. So like, for example, like let's say I alerted a day trade, and let's just say for simple math, I alerted at $100, right? And if that day trade is up to $110, 5 minutes later, I'm gonna get out. The day trade can go up to 80%, but I don't want to risk that. I know some people like to risk it and go for the home runs, but wealth is built off of just small gains over time. Like catching the home runs there, it's very risky. So my best advice is if you can get like a nice profit quickly, like if you could get like a 5 to 20% profit within, I don't know, 5 to 30 minutes, that's amazing. I would just take the profits and run.
Yeah, and that's definitely doable with a lot of these momentum plays. Like look at AMD's chart here. Look at all these green candles. These are all 5-minute candles here. You had so much potential here. Just to, even if you were just playing the highs of the new candles, like just
Yeah.
8 green candles in a row.
Yep, exactly. Ali said, great analysis. Hopefully another exciting and profitable week. Let's go. Matt said, selling calls or puts on DOCU. Can you go to DOCU? Let's see. And can you go to
DocuSign.
really? If you can.
Yep.
Selling calls. Yep, selling calls on this.
Yeah, definitely.
Hunter said, awesome video. As always, I am very interested to see the inflation rate report. I don't know how long it will take to see the effects of all these stimulus in the inflation rate, but I would assume it wouldn't take too long. I got a weird question for you guys. How long before the market opens do you guys wake up and do you run any scans in the morning? So, Tom, I'll let you answer this one first.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for putting me on the spot, Mike. Um, yeah, so pretty much I wake up at about 6:30 Central Time every morning, which is 2 hours before the market opens. I like to wake up around then, but if I do have a big day trade or a big trade that I was holding overnight, obviously with regular shares, because some, obviously you can't trade options in pre-market. But if I do have regular shares and it's a big trade, I will definitely wake up at 4:30 when the market opens to trade that, or I'll just stay up all night. I'm an all-nighter type of guy. I'm a night owl. I like to stay up. So,
Okay.
but I also wake up early, so it's a win-win. But
Okay, so you guys are gonna laugh at me here, but I wake up. Tom, I've tried your thing of getting up 2 hours before market open. I used to do that all the time, but now I wake up like 20 minutes before market open, and I'm just the type of person that like when I wake up, like I don't know, my mind's clear. I don't know, I'm just focused. I know it's weird, but I like to wake up around like 20 minutes before market open, check the news, check what's moving in pre-market. Um, I don't like to wake up and just I don't know. I'm just used to getting up like 20 minutes before market open, trading like that. I know it's weird, but it works for me. So.
and
Uh,
that's the thing, just find your niche and stick with it, guys. You don't have to overcomplicate anything. Just, if you enjoy waking up 20 minutes before market opens, wake up 20 minutes before market opens. It's not like it's going to matter too much whenever you're trading options either way.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the strategy too. So
Yeah,
now we
definitely.
have Kumar saying your analysis on Apple and W. So can you go to W first, real quick? So W, the best thing would be to sell calls on that. It's a very safe bet. Selling out of the money calls that expire this week or next week, it's very safe. There's still a risk to it, or even call credit spreads. Apple though is very very interesting. Apple has had 9 green days in a row. Like I only remember the time when any stock as big as Apple has had 9 green days in a row. you know, uh, Part of me is showing that they have a ton of momentum upwards, and you never want to fight that trend. But then another part of me is saying, how many days are they going to go without a red day? It's been 9 days, so I'm just stuck in between with them.
Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of stuck between with them as well, but um, I drew a nice little range here. I think if we get up to like 324, I think we might end up coming down. And I think if with the nice green day we had today, if we see a big green day again tomorrow, I would definitely say we're losing steam after that, because
Yeah.
once you get over 10 green days, I mean, man, you're talking. Is that like a record? I mean,
It
let's
might
count
be,
over here.
honestly. I don't
There's
even.
quite a bit over here, but those are small candles.
Yeah,
These are
those are
pretty
small
big. These
candles.
are big candles.
Yeah, what the? I don't even know. We have Yannick saying, hope Tesla drops again so I could buy some more LMAO. Mike, what are your thoughts on stocks that benefit from the virus, like GTXO, selling face masks? They're hiring aggressively. So this stock is worth 1 penny. I would never, ever put any money of mine in this. If you want to play a stock that's selling face masks, look for Triple M. Look for some of the top dogs. Like GTXO, they might spike up or run up, 500%, but they're probably not running off like it's most likely like some sort of manipulation or
Yeah, like look at Abbott. Like ABT looks very nice for and then they do a lot of stuff with the virus with testing and stuff like that as well.
bad things happen in penny stock land.
Yeah, definitely.
GTXO is it also an OTC? It is an OTC too. So I don't know. It's very, very bad things happen with penny stocks, let alone OTCs. I would never trade that. Thank you for your comment though. Gerard said, "Hi guys, I heard one of you guys. No. Let me see. Matt said, so puts on Twilio. No, go to sell calls. That would be your best bet. You can buy puts, but they're a little bit more risky. We have Geo saying, great video. I really enjoy the daily podcast. Thanks for answering another question. How do you find the momentum stocks that you look at? Do you go through a lot of stocks and look at graphs, or do you have a way faster way to find these? I run a custom scan. It's just like a custom thing I wrote. It's not like public or anything. It's nothing special. But if you want to find this, like honestly, if you just go to finviz.com, go to stocks that are in the S&P 500 and are up over 4% today. That'll give you everything you need. Beast said, hey guys, what are your thoughts on NTDOY, CCL, and MVIS? I keep hearing rumors of a Microsoft buyout. Also, what are the chances that Beyond gets the $200 with meat processing plants shutting down because of COVID-19 cases at the plants? So CCL, what do you think about CCL, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you want to like them, and it might be good for the long term, but you could be losing a very high percentage in the short term because they are only worth $13 a share. If you wanted to get into something with a similar play to CCL, Boeing is up, $130 a share, and that's a lot less risk. If Boeing falls, down to back down to $100 a share, that's a lot less of a drop than falling from 15 back down to 7. So, just keep that in mind. It's very risky.
CCL has a high risk, but also high reward.
Yes.
Like you're literally banking on the cruise industry, reopening officially, but two, recouping all of the losses they had this year. So high risk, high reward. MVIS is like a penny stock pump that I've been seeing lately. It's just a pump. So that's a day-by-day thing, very risky, same as CCL. Ferrando said, nice calls on AMD and Lulu. I only played AMD based upon the other play. I was working Apple. Awesome. Mason, another great video. Thank you. And it looks like that's it. Tom, do you have any last-minute stocks, options, setups, anything to go over?
No, I think that covers it.
All right, awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. We answer all of your guys' questions in each podcast. So it really helps us when you guys comment and, you guys get your questions answered. And at the same time, comments really help grow the YouTube channel. And the channel has been exploding lately. So I just want to thank everyone who's been commenting and liking and subscribing. And if you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post these daily stock market analysis and watch list videos. So if you guys want to see our watch list every day, don't forget to subscribe. But other than that, thanks for watching.